All right, so how we doing? Welcome to Nitro Talk. If you're into Nitro engines, vehicles, anything at all to do with the Nitro side of the RC hobby, please give me a like and subscribe. All right, so we did the engine, right? We rebuilt the engine, so the engine appears to be good to go. The prop that was on it has a big chunk out of it, as you can see there. So luckily, I was able to find, amongst all my junk, another prop. It's a little bit longer than the other one, but it clears, so should be fine. I cleaned out the fuel tank. I got some fresh fuel in it. I have checked. I cleaned out the high-speed needle. Basically, I have primed it. I spun, clogged the exhaust, spun the engine around a few times, and I did get some fuel to drip out of the carburetor. So, we do have fuel going in. I also tested the glow plug that's in the engine, and I tested the remote thingy. It connects just the hot lead to the center, to the top of the glow plug, the top piece, and then it grounds by the frame, grounds to the engine down to the remote thing, just uses that for a ground. So I did test it, hooked a wire to a plug, hooked a glow igniter to the remote thing, and then touched it to the metal here, and it did glow. So I should have glow, I should have fuel. Now, one thing I noticed when I was checking out this engine, there was the idle stop screw was turned too far out to where that if you rotated the throttle arm closed, it would completely close the engine. No idle gap. So I don't know if maybe that was an issue. You can't really see. Maybe hold a mirror or something so I can look up in there. But I have it set up now to where it has an idle gap. And I also have the throttle open just a smidge above the idle gap that I had set. All right, so, and I also have my indoor exhaust collection system here attached, so that I can attempt to fire this thing up. All right, I think I've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. Oh, I also, because we're working with a propeller here, I do have my goggles on for safety. We are all about safety on the Nitro Talk channel. All right. I have my big girl battery here, and the 12 volt Hanger 9 12 volt super starter. Now, I had noticed this. There's a few ways you can use this. You can use the wheel. You can use this for a band to start a helicopter. But this one has this big brass nut on the end that we will be spinning with the end of this. Now, I had noticed, I didn't do this today, but I had done this probably the last time I tried to start this thing. I'd kind of, you see those pieces of zip tie I threw in there to kind of tighten up. I guess it was slipping, and those zip ties around there gave it a little better grip. Seems to be gripping okay now. All right, so we have a starter hooked up to a battery, right, ready to go. I have a fully charged, back up a little bit, fully charged glow igniter here, right? I've done all the checks on the engine, and like I said, the engine is primed. Fuel is dripping, will drip out of the carburetor right now, so it is primed up. All right, are we ready? Like I said, I've never had this thing started. I've never had an airplane engine started. Oh yeah, one more thing that I thought may be an issue. Don't airplanes generally run with a lower percentage of nitro, like 16 percentage, something like that? Normally for airplanes, I'm not positive. I'm running 25%, which is what I run in my buggy engines. I don't have anything lower. So if for some reason I can't get this started, I may try to add a head shim to make up for the higher percentage fuel. I believe plane engines generally run on a little lower percentage. All right, are we ready? I am ready. I'm going to try to get I think maybe from right here I can get a grip. Gotta, hold this securely. And then I'll come here and get my spin on. All right, we should be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the glow igniter, and let's give it a spin, see what happens. All right, igniter is on. Let's do it. Easy way. Okay, well, that thing fired right up. Got a little drip coming out of the, let me take my glow igniter off. And let me go ahead and set my piston down to bottom dead center, just like we do on every other engine. Hey, that thing fired right up, huh? Whoa, I tell you what. This thing, I think I just need to throw a receiver in this, and I could take this thing out. Fired right up. Ran seemingly just fine there. Didn't stall. It idled. Like I said, I got the the throttle a little bit open, so it probably could have idled lower than that. But I tell you what, when I got around behind it, I felt the breeze of this thing. It was moving some air. Oh, I tell you what, that was cool. All right, so next video, I will throw a receiver in this thing, and next video, we'll take it out on the water. How about that? I have never ran a nitro boat before in my life, and I tell you what, I am looking forward to it. So, thank you very much for watching. That was a quick one. Little engine test. The engine seemingly works fine. I don't know what the problem was before. Maybe I had the throttle closed. Who knows? Like I said, when I messed with this the first time, I was much less experienced with nitro. So, I went over the checklist this time, and she fired right up. All right, so thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the water. Y'all have a great day.